what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of Cheat Day. Today with me, I got Tristan Moyer, one of my very close friends and roommate, and I got Adose. He was in the first and second videos. Yeah, but Tristan Moyer is a new face. Adose is dressed in his bar uniform because he has 5 minutes to do this review. So we're gonna do this as fast as possible. It's gonna be really fun. We have 3 appetizers. Oh, I didn't even introduce the place. So in Manor, we have like 3 local restaurants. We have 290 Cafe, we have Maxine's, and then we have Good Luck Grill. Right. Pretty much. So Maxine's is a gumbo house. That's what we're trying today. It's Cajun themed, Cajun food,
cuisine. Yeah.
Cajun cuisine. For appetizers, we have 3 things. We have Cajun egg rolls, boudin balls, and gator.
Fried gator?
Fried alligator.
I'm excited for these Cajun egg rolls. They sound crazy, but it looks so good.
The Cajun egg rolls are described as Louisiana crawfish tails, cheddar jack cheese, peppers in a crispy wrapper served with ranch. So yeah, just regular ranch. Yeah. They actually look like the texture of like Chinese egg rolls or Asian egg rolls. That's fire.
It's really good. It's like simple. Not like overpowering with a bunch of flavors. I don't mean to make that sound bad. It's just like not like, I love it. It's not like, you know, too strong or like a lot of Cajun food, you know, I think of a lot of spice. Like this is nice, simple. You can get the bread from the outside. Great.
Yeah, I think it's weird. It's like it's a breading. It doesn't taste like the usual kind of egg roll, even though it looks exactly like it.
Yeah.
It tastes more like a breading than it is like an actual wrap.
Yeah, it's not like that like hard and crispy. Like it's kind of like soft, you know, it's got some like give to it.
But it does have that crunch when you do bite into it.
Absolutely.
Which is different. Okay, boudin balls. Those are described as delicious boudin fried served with remoulade sauce. So what's inside? Pretty much just looks like rice, dirty rice, sausage,
greens.
Go with it. It looks like a hush puppy, if you know what a hush puppy is.
Oh, it really does. I love boudin too. That's one of my favorites. Is this a different dipping? Or is it still the same range?
It says a remoulade sauce. It tastes a little bit horseradish-y, which is really good, especially with like the insides being so like, I'd say like a darker tones.
Right.
And the remoulade's like a lighter kind of just like salty kind of taste. It's really good.
And it really reminds me of just like classic boudin. Like the rice is like really soft.
The crunchy rice.
It tastes great.
The crunchy rice out here.
It tastes like limey on the inside too. It's really good. And the rice is like really well cooked. All right, third thing, let's go. We got gator, like fried gator nuggets. I don't know what the actual name of it is.
I would say that the batter is a lot lighter than I expected it to be.
Yeah, it's like almost like a tempura. Like I don't know if I've ever had gator. Super tender. Like
you know how everybody says like, oh, it tastes like chicken? It doesn't.
No, I don't get like a chickeny kind of taste.
I don't really even get like a fishy taste either. It tastes like something all on its own.
I would expect it to be like more kind of gamey, but it's not. It's really just like
Reptiles taste good.
Yeah, tender, soft. I could just eat a whole bunch of those, no problem.
Let's just like actually just rank them.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. I personally really liked the egg rolls. So I'm gonna go egg rolls first, and then I'm actually gonna go gator snaps, and then I'm gonna go boudin. Just because like I'm not like the biggest fan of boudin, so that's just like a personal preference thing. But for the way they're cooked, they're fantastic. But for me, like I think the egg rolls are just so interesting. There's like I've never tasted anything like it, and I do really like crawfish, so that was really good.
Right.
For me, I'm gonna say the Cajun egg rolls, boudin balls, and the alligator bites. The alligator bites last, not for any particular reason. I just like these more.
Yeah. See, mine would probably be. It's really hard, honestly. They are all so good. The boudin balls, I love them, but I love classic boudin too, and it's hard for me to kind of decide if I like this better.
Yeah.
As like an appetizer, I think the alligator is great because it's easy to like share. And like I can't see anyone not liking that. Like this, I understand. The only reason I could see like anyone complaining is that like soft texture, which I love from boudin. But I guess for the ranking, I would do the alligator, the egg rolls, and then the boudin balls. But it is, you know, kind of depending on your taste. Can't go wrong, honestly.
Let's move on to the main dishes. Okay, we got stuffed redfish, which is stuffed with shrimp, crab stuffing, topped with signature cream sauce. We also got Bayou pasta, which is Louisiana crawfish, Gulf shrimp, andouille sausage, simmered in a light spicy cream sauce. And then, what else did you get?
I have got the jambalaya.
The jambalaya, nice. Okay. And the jambalaya is described as chicken and andouille sausage with rice, tomatoes, onions, celery, and bell peppers.
Pasta.
This is the pasta. That just looks crazy. That sauce looks nice. That's nice.
And then the jambalaya.
The jambalaya right here.
Classic. Can't go wrong.
That looks so good.
First impression from this, like I said, jambalaya is like a classic. You know, it just reminds me of like dirty rice, but with a little bit extra. Really greasy, you know, the rice is like nice and soft. I love it. What all did you say this one had in it?
Redfish, crab cake, and then crawfish.
And then dirty rice.
I couldn't imagine getting anything else, honestly.
Okay, the jambalaya scared me. Just because of the way it looked. It looked a little intimidating and it looks a little messy. But now that I'm in it, like it almost doesn't feel like a real meal. It almost feels like a side.
Right,
but
that's what I was going to say. You know, I think of that as more of a side. But you absolutely could just eat it by itself. You know, I would just want more like... It's nice to have something like this, like a big piece of fish on the side to go with it.
It reminds me basically of like the Cajun version of fried rice for like an Asian kind of thing.
Yeah.
It does have like all the mixed thing and it has that like just classic like flavor of like the Cajun flavor. This is good.
I'm a guy who likes really seasoned food, and Cajun food always brings that, you know?
Now that you say that, nothing's spicy to me.
No, it's
Which
really
is like,
not.
which is good and bad. Because usually you expect like Cajun food to be extremely spicy, but right now I'm not like really sniffling or anything.
Right.
But you're right. The seasoning is so good,
Excellent.
and it's even.
Yeah.
I'm not like freaking out about, oh man, it tastes super salty or peppery or whatever. It is so evenly
seasoned.
Yeah.
The gumbo may be spicy. We'll see how that is. I could, you know, definitely see it having a little bit of spice to it, but that could also be like, you know, I've never had real Cajun food cooked by Cajun people.
Yeah.
And so, you know, that could be kind of like people trying to imitate it and being like, oh, it needs to be really spicy, when in reality, it might not be.
Yeah. Yeah, let's rate the other things.
Okay.
Or rank. So we'll rank them.
Okay.
Man, this is gonna be hard. I personally like pasta.
Yeah.
So that was just like my preference kind of thing.
Right.
So that's gonna be number one. But out of the other two, I think I'm gonna have to say the redfish, the stuffed redfish. Just because it had like all like the main like thick proteins in it. And then like with it served over the dirty rice, fantastic. The fish is cooked perfectly, it's flaky. But I also feel like I'm just gonna get more full from it.
Yeah, that's. I would agree. I also love pasta, so I would think that would be my number one. The pasta and the redfish are more like classic entrees. Like that's what I would order. Jambalaya, you know, I really got it to see like how it is and see like how authentic it is, and it's great. But it's just a lot of rice and meat, and that is also a lot of rice and meat. You know, and I prefer to have a nice slab of redfish rather than just a cup of rice.
Yeah, mine, that redfish.
The redfish number one?
Yeah.
Definitely.
You can tell by the way he opened it up, you know?
I saw y'all's and I was like, okay. Then I saw mine, I'm like, that's it.
Oh, that's a big chunk. I'm sorry, guys.
No, that's
Took that
fine.
big chunk of shrimp.
That's what I like to see.
Dip that rice in just a little morsel.
And it's scalding hot. Be careful.
Okay.
I got that oyster.
If we're talking just flavor of the broth or whatever that is, whatever you call it,
The roux.
the roux,
Yeah.
that is
So flavorful.
all on its own. Like I feel like if you put that on top of the rice, that's a good little thing. Like I would put that over maybe even the fish.
Right.
Like just that on its own is so good. I don't even know how to describe gumbo. This is the first time I'm trying it.
Really?
Yeah. So like for a first kind of thing, I was also scared of it because I'm not really like a super huge fan of soup, but that's good soup.
Yeah. See, this reminds me of like, you know, in the winter, it's getting a little bit colder. Like make a big pot of gumbo. I do like it. It's probably, if I went to the restaurant though, it's not what I would order.
Yeah.
Just compared to some of these other things, like they all sound so good, and like the pasta would be like really filling, but this on like the right day, you know, it's very good.
I feel like this is something that you could just like crave. You know what I'm talking about? Like like we'll go to the restaurant and we'll have all these other things, but like on the, like you said, on the right day. Right. You go to the restaurant and you just want some of that gumbo.
Yeah, gumbo's like the classic. You know, it's a gumbo house.
Yeah. All right. I think what I'm going to start doing from now on is rating the place overall.
Okay.
I'm going to give this place a good 9.5. I've loved every single thing I've tried. I haven't had a real complaint about anything. Like even like on to go, the food came piping hot. Right. We live like 5 minutes away, but
yes, and it was still so hot.
Yeah, the way like you said, the way they plated it, the presentation, the atmosphere inside the restaurant, also amazing. You feel like you know people that are in there, right? Especially because this is like a small town as well.
But we sat down, we asked the lady for recommendations. You know, she was excellent, super friendly. This is the kind of place that, like, you know, I'd take someone on a date because it's like really nice food and like a nice atmosphere,
and it doesn't break the bank.
It really doesn't.
Yeah, that's
really doesn't.
Benefit.
As far as rating, you know, I don't have many like Cajun restaurants to compare it to.
True.
And it is so good that I want to give it a 10. But like I don't want it to. Yeah. But I don't know. So we'll go 9.5. I like it. 9.5.
I'm gonna keep it short. 9.5. You know what? 9.75.
9.75.
Higher. So I got the best entree.
You did. You really did. All right, though. Thank you both so much for coming on the show. I know they've been excited. Adosa was on the first one, so he was kind of sad that he hadn't been in them for a while.
I got that COVID, y'all.
Yeah, he did.
I was down bad.
I've been bugging Daniel to get me on here.
I know. And so now I have to go with Sergio next time to do something else. That's our other roommate. But like I said, thank you so much. This was amazing. Go try Maxine's Gumbo House in Manor, Texas. That's all for today. We will see you back again on Thursday.